You've decided to start selling your products at craft fairs, events, or pop-ups. Congratulations, that's a big first step. However, you still may be feeling a little trepidation because you don't know what to expect. Well, as a professional marketer who has done plenty of events, I'm here to tell you there are many different ways that you can peel an onion. And what I mean by that is, as long as your table display incorporates these 5 essential elements, you can create a table display that entices people to not only come check out your products, but also encourages them to drop a little cash. So tag along with me as I go pick my sister Chelsea up, and we head over to a local winter market today to show you real life examples of how real small businesses are incorporating these same 5 elements very differently in their table displays and doing it successfully by actually making sales. Okay guys, we are here at the Be the Change Charleston Winter Market. So Be the Change Charleston is a nonprofit organization that works to help those with disabilities. The point that I want to make is it's really great if you're looking at events that you want to participate in. You want to participate in events that align with what your small business stands for. So if something that you want to be known for is helping those with disabilities, this would be the perfect market for you to participate in. The vendor tables that we're going to be spotlighting today and using as examples are ones that were gaining a lot of interest from event goers, drawing people in and getting people to take their cash out and spend money. So there were 3 vendors that really stood out. Vendor number 1, LaWanda's Creations, who sells custom artwork, prints, and welcome beads. Vendor number 2, Lucky Luna Clay, who sells polymer clay and resin earrings. And vendor number 3, Earthside Creative Studios, who does ceramic arts. Each one of these small businesses is vastly different. They don't sell products that are similar in any sort of way. And they all have very different vendor displays, proving that you can incorporate your unique personality and business into a display table that will attract people. This can be done in very many different ways. So let's take a look at each one of their displays and talk about the 5 elements that all 3 of them incorporated to draw people in. Element of branding. Vendor number 1, LaWanda's Creations. She is actually utilizing a banner right here, and we know it's a banner because it has grommets on it. Now these grommets allow her to use the banner in many different ways. If she wants, she can hang the banner to the back of a tent if it's an outdoor event, or as you see here, she draped the banner across the front of it and it is centered at the table. Vendor number 2, Lucky Luna Clay, isn't using a banner. She's actually using right here a runner that has her logo on it. You can order these online, very similar to how you can order a banner online. It gives it a nice polished look, and the great part about these runners is that you can use them interchangeably with different size tables because it's not an actual tablecloth. So it doesn't matter how big or small the table is, you can incorporate it in the design of your display no matter what. Additionally, you can select different colors to have these runners made out of, so it can match your branding. Now, vendor number 3, Earthside Creative Studios, did something completely different. She does not have a logo tablecloth, she's not utilizing a runner, and she's not utilizing a banner. Instead, she's actually created a custom piece right here that has her logo front and center. Now this piece is dual purposed as well because the way she had utilized it is she had shelves built into it where she can display any of her products, including cups or ornaments. This was a fabulous addition because, for one, it gives her a little more room to put her products, so she's not bound by just a 6-foot or 8-foot table. She actually has a little more room to display her products. Additionally, it makes her stand out just a little more. So when you're walking by, you go to look at this branded shelving because it looks very nicely done and it's a little different than what anybody else had. Use of dimension. Vendor number 1, LaWanda's Creations. What you'll notice about her table display is that she is not just laying her artwork flat on the table. She uses easels to be able to bring the artwork up to where it's closer to the viewer's eyesight. Additionally, she is also using different sized easels. So if you'll notice over here to the far right, she's got a really big easel that she's displaying a larger piece of art. Then here on the actual table, she does have some of the smaller easels, and she's even incorporated a crate over here where she has put more prints. So she's done a really great job of also layering the artwork so that you're able to move through the display and look at a particular type of product that you want. If you're there and you don't want a one-of-a-kind piece of actual painted art that she has the prints. Now if you notice, she's also put some of them down here at the bottom, so it's very nicely done. She knows that it can't be laid flat, that it's much more intriguing to the eye for you to be walking by and to see some of these pieces of art elevated. Vendor number 2, Lucky Luna Clay. Now, with this one, what I really like is that she has selected pieces that are going to work really well for the products that she's using. So what you'll notice is she has 2 tiered shelves here that she uses to display her earrings. What's different about this than, let's say, those carousel or those rotating earring displays is that they're not chunky and you're not having to move them when you want to look at it, but it's very easy for you to pick up an earring and take a look at it, analyze it, and then set it back. So it works really well for the event goers to be able to look at her product, and on top of that, it's tiered shelving, so it does create dimension on the table, and she's able to incorporate a lot more of the earrings as opposed to just laying them flat on the table, because then that she's limited by space. She's going up, so it kind of gives her a little more space to work with, and the shelving just is more appeasing to the eye. You'll notice that beyond that, not just for her earrings, but for her bracelets as well, she's incorporated some dimension in that. So she's not laying the items flat on the table, she's giving it a little more depth, and that creates a little more intrigue for people to stop by and to be able to look. Additionally, there's something about having jewelry hanging as opposed to having it lay flat. It allows you to look at the pieces a little better, and like I said, the fact that it's easily accessible for people to pick up and to look at is 100% beneficial and likely is what increases her sales. Vendor number 3, Earthside Creative Studios. Because she had built a custom display with her branding, this created additional dimension. As I mentioned, she had shelving included in this, so it just allows the products to pop out a little more. I'm not sure how well you can see this, but she's also created dimension by adding raised boards onto her actual table. What this does is it allows her to highlight some of the products on these raised boards, and it creates dimension. So it's giving you a different perspective, and it makes the table more intriguing because it's adding a little height to it. Organization of products. Vendor number 1, LaWanda's Creation. What I really like here that she's done is she's incorporated this crate right here to put all of her prints in. And so it was very nice to be able to walk up, and y'all, I did purchase something from her. It was very nice to be able to walk up and see the original artwork pieces that were framed. Very nicely done, and then those that were not framed were all placed in that bin. So if you were looking for a lower price point on a gift, you easily could go through the bin. There was a rhyme and reason to the way that she had displayed all of her artwork, and that made it really easy to be able to find exactly what I needed. Vendor number 2, Lucky Luna Clay. What she did was she set up her table to mirror on both sides. So the earrings both had very similar tiered shelving displays that she had them on, and so she incorporated the use of different types of display shelving and also baskets to group her products. And so it was very easy to spot what you were looking for. If you were looking for rings, there was a certain place where she had those. If you were looking for bracelets, you knew where to find those, and earrings likewise. Vendor number 3, Earthside Creative Studios. What I liked about this was that she didn't necessarily group her items by the type of product, but more by the design. So for example, she had a collection where it had a pretty image of a female on there. Now, she had grouped all of those designs within the same space on her table. And so it was very easy that if you liked a particular design or style, you could spot all of the items that were consistent with that particular design. There are different ways to incorporate these elements, and so she opted for a different style, which was more based on the design of the product. Pricing displayed. Vendor number 1, LaWanda's Creations. Now, I don't know if you can tell right here, but there's actually tags that she had put on each one of her pieces of artwork. This was really great because it allowed the potential customer to come in to take a look at whatever artwork they were interested in and to flip that tag over to see if it was well within their price range. Another reason that you want to do this is because sometimes if you are attending an event that is very busy and you are making sales and you're only one person and you can't actively talk to every single person that's coming through your booth, somebody could potentially walk away because you're busy finalizing a sale and you don't have the time to look over and answer their question. Vendor number 2, Lucky Luna Clay. Now what she had done is she had actually handwritten the prices on the back of her earrings, and she had little price tags with the bracelets. This is another way that you can do it. If you don't want to print anything out, you can actually handwrite the pricing on the back of each one of the products that you're selling. Vendor number 3, Earthside Creative Studios. What she did was she actually placed little stickers. They were very small stickers on the bottom of her products. And so they were handwritten as well, but they were very inconspicuous stickers. It did allow you to pick up a piece and turn it over and know what that price was. Presents. Vendor number 1, LaWanda's Creation. As soon as we came up to the table, she was actually sitting down. She got up and started talking to us. And so that was a really great way for us to know that, for one, she wanted to have a conversation and we could easily ask her questions about the pieces. She did also ask if we were looking for anything specific. Knowing that it's during the holidays, this was a really great question because it allowed us to share if we were looking for a particular gift for somebody. And in my case, I was looking for a gift for a friend who is native to Charleston but is no longer here, and so therefore a memento, a drawing or a photo of Charleston would be really great. And so I opted for one of the pieces that was a Charleston church. So it's something that obviously would be very endearing to them and remind them of home. Additionally, she also talked about future markets that she was going to be participating in. This is a really great way to show people that you're engaged in the community and to let them know where else they could catch you if they want to buy other products from you. Vendor number 2, Lucky Luna Clay. Now she did a fabulous job at walking us through her process. I really loved this conversation that I had with her because her earrings stood out to me. I have seen clay earrings, but I had not seen the kind that she had, and she told me that it was because she incorporated resin into her clay earrings. And so we had an entire conversation about this, and I noticed that other people were just as intrigued, and so her sharing what set her apart from other clay earring designers really sealed the deal. She made quite a few sales while we were standing there, which was excellent. And on top of that, not only did she have products that were festive, so she was able to talk to the fact that she had holiday-centered earrings on one end, but then on the other end, she talked about the other earrings that she usually would carry and that those were kind of like her staple earrings. She was very engaged. She talked to all of the event goers that approached her table, and she also let us know that she was on social media. And so that was really nice because we do like to go in and follow people on Instagram after we've met them and seen their products. Vendor number 3, 𝘰𝘰𝘯𝘫 Creative Studios. Now Shayna, who owns this particular business, wasn't there. She was putting together the event because she is one of the nonprofit organizers, and so she had somebody there in her place though that was able to speak to each one of the products. And so when I approached the table and I was asking her about the different designs, she was able to show me the designs and all of the ceramic products that were grouped together by each design. I did have a few questions about the products, and she was able to answer those very knowledgeably and was a really great representative of the business. If you're going to be participating in craft fairs, pop-ups, or events in 2024, then go to this link down below. We have a free tutorial that you can watch today on the 3 biggest mistakes that people make at craft fairs, pop-ups, and events so that you can avoid them and you can start off on the right foot. Additionally, we also have a checklist that you can download if you go to that website right there. Everything will be linked in the description of this video. And if you're an SOB, small-owned business, stick around and watch this next video right here. Don't forget to go to our website at www.theseasonmarketer.com for other free marketing resources.